Y'all, this song right here brings out like my inner teenage girl. I don't know what it is. Woo!
But pull me close, kind of love it, give me a heartache, hold me tight, but let me go.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's Lydia. Thanks for tuning in, and today I wanted to share with y'all the ways that I try to keep the crown area of my hair frizz free. Now, if you're new here, you probably don't know this, and you should definitely subscribe, by the way. I will love you if you do. But you probably don't know this. The crown of my hair right here tends to be a lot frizzier, a lot more difficult to, you know, maintain, especially when I'm doing my wash and go or curly hair routine. Especially this part, this back part right back here tends to give me the most difficulty and is usually like a beast to tackle when I do my hair. And I've seen in comments that there are some of y'all out there who kind of suffer from like the same kind of thing and deal with a lot of frizziness and a lot of difficulty towards the crown of your hair. So I figured I would share with y'all, you know, the things that I like to do to keep the frizz at a bare minimum and, you know, just make your hair look a lot more smoother and sleeker and, you know, just less frizzy. So let's just jump right in. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to leave just a little bit of conditioner and deep conditioner on the scalp, especially in my like scalp area towards like the crown of my hair. Now, if your hair is the type that like tends to get weighed down or laid down really easily by doing that, this may not be the tip for you, but don't worry, stay tuned. There might be other tips that work for you. But for me, usually leaving a little bit of conditioner or deep conditioner just keeps that part of my hair really moisturized. And I notice that when my hair is drier, that's when it gets frizzier. So by leaving a little bit of conditioner and deep conditioner in my hair, it just, you know, minimizes the amount of frizz that I get. So I would definitely recommend trying that out and see if it works for you. Now, the next thing that I like to do is at the end of my wash and goes or curly hair routines is I'll take some of my styling gel or jelly or whatever and just graze over like the top layers of my hair that tend to get the frizziest and kind of just smooth it down. That way, once it dries, it won't like erupt in like a ball of frizz, and it'll just look a lot like sleeker and smoother while still maintaining the definition, because I'm not raking the product through my hair. I'm just taking a little bit more and kind of smoothing it over the top. And this also works on like day 2 or day 3 hair. If you take a little bit of a water spray and take some of the same product that you use for your wash and go or whatever product that you like to use to refresh your curls, and just like lightly smooth over that top layer, make sure that your hair is a little bit wet so it can take in that product. But if you do that, that can definitely make a difference in terms of like the amount of frizz you see in this area of your hair. Now, this next tip is something that I've mentioned before and I will continue to mention time and time again, is use a satin pillowcase when you go to bed. Satin is truly your best friend. And this is mostly for those who really don't like to use bonnets or, you know, wrap their hair before they go to bed. For me, I like to use the pineapple. So I tend to sometimes see a lot of, you know, frizziness towards like this part of my hair if I sleep over at like a friend's house and I don't have my satin pillowcase with me. But I'm normally really good and I always bring a satin pillowcase wherever I go if I know I'm sleeping there, just because that's just a habit of mine, and, you know, no one wants frizz. But either way, definitely sleep on a satin pillowcase and you will see a decrease in the amount of frizz towards the crown of your hair. Now, my next tip is if you really want to try to avoid, you know, frizziness towards the crown area of your hair, make sure that you really apply your hair products in sections, especially smaller sections as you get towards the top of your hair. Usually if you work in like smaller sections at a time, you're really going to make sure that the product is getting through each section and it'll just be a lot smoother. The product will be able to penetrate through your hair a lot better. I notice whenever I like rush and do my hair, that's when I get the most frizz. So really take your time, work in sections, and try to work in smaller sections. Like I said, once you get to the front of your hair, and you will really see a difference in terms of like the amount of frizz you see in your hair. And last but not least is protect your hair from the sun. Now, for me, it's the middle of winter right now and it's freezing cold where I live, but let's say you're out in the sun, it's like 100 degrees outside, the sun is beaming, and I have my hair out like this. Well, if the sun is beaming, it's just beaming right at the top of my head, right towards the crown of my hair, and usually what does the sun do? It dries things out. So usually when you have dry hair, I don't know why I keep doing this, but usually when you have dry hair, that's when you get the most frizz. So I would definitely recommend to protect your hair from the sun. Make sure that your hair is properly moisturized before you go out in the sun. If you like to wear hats, you can wear hats, but make sure it's protected underneath the hat, so you're not like getting breakage and all that other stuff. But yeah, my biggest thing is just make sure you really are protecting your hair when you go out in the sun, and you will definitely see, you know, a decrease in the amount of frizz in your hair. And yeah, so those are the things that I do to make sure the crown area of my hair is frizz free. Definitely comment down below if you guys have any other tips or things that you do to, you know, minimize the amount of frizz towards the crown of your hair. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button on your way out. I will love you so much if you do. I won't hate you if you don't, but I will love you if you do. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Too weak to